Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome to the start of a new series on Rimworld. First of all, a quick kind of description of what happened in the last series. I didn't know the game well enough. I was kind of, I wouldn't say pressured, but I was asked a lot to play the game and decided to do so without knowing all of its complexities, and generally it wasn't enjoyable for me making it. Since then, I have learn a lot of the game to some extent. Obviously there's still room to learn a lot more, but we're jumping in on a modded scenario, which is the start with nothing. It's kind of Castaway. You literally start with nothing, if you hadn't guessed, and you've got to build your way up, build your colony and all that magic. So let's go with that. We're going to go Cassandra Classic. I do normally play on Randy Random. Just go with that seed, that's fine. But yeah, do normally play on Randy Random, but I assume for a series this is probably going to be better. This new globe thing is new since the last series as well. I'm going to go for like a boreal forest, maybe with small hills, average temperature minus 3.9. It should be okay. Growing period 20 days. Do we get more further down here? No, I don't think we do. Maybe we should go for the flat. Are these an enemy? No, they're an enemy there. We'll probably go up here, actually. That's where I'm going to go. We're just going to click our world to a bit larger, so we've got a bit more room to play with. And we need to pick a fairly well-rounded starter character. Someone with half-decent shooting. Cooking we also need as well. Growing is kind of pivotal. Let's just see. Shooting, melee... Trait, slowpoke, ugly, steadfast. We don't want a slowpoke at the moment. Social, crafting, right? We do need crafting because we're going to have to make a bow. Don't normally include this, but crafting 0? I mean, they're going to be extremely shoddy. Cooking, we're really not having that much luck at the moment. There we go. We've got a fairly well-rounded... She's frail and a movement shit. Teetotaler and a night owl. We're gonna actually go with Ayano Lolita Johnson. Frail, I think it'll probably make it more challenging and probably more interesting. Probably will die, but as long as she gets the colony started up, we should be fine. So we're just gonna jump in and see what's what. Okay, so we've managed to land in our area, and there's an awful amount of marsh. Kind of deep and shallow water. We've got a few different structures about as well, which we could build into, but not too bad. Probably a decent amount of wildlife. We've got some compacted machinery there, which we can get some compound out of, and we've got a nice little building here, which I think we're probably going to build into some more compacted machinery there. So what we're going to do is just start all our stockpile zones up. So we want every little decent bit over there. And then we'll have our dumping area there as well. And let's just set a quick order to chop down just a few trees so we can basically just get this kind of as a little makeshift house slash bedroom slash everything else. We're going to fast forward that because she's going to take absolutely fucking ages. Like the Geriatric Castaway. Kind of, yeah, Tom Hanks. Eat your heart out, mate. Go back to playing fucking Walt Disney and all that shit. We do need to roof this over as well. That stops item deterioration. But we've now got a decent amount of wood. Well, I say a decent amount. A good starter amount of wood. So what I'm going to do is just knock a door in there and a wall there. It's going to up the beauty, obviously, if it's enclosed. It's not going to be brilliant anyway. Sandstone walls, not the worst. But let's get some furniture. We need... a very shitty bed in there, and we're also going to put a torch lamp just there as well, and also add a crafting spot. This is where we're going to make all our bows and kind of beginner items, and on top of that we're going to throw in a stall just where the circle was. I think additional comfort actually gives you the opportunity to up the general outcome and outcome quality of whatever product you're actually making. So we will mess around with the work priorities soon, but she seems to be getting going. Okay, she's just getting some more wood. Okay, construction failed. We're probably going to see a lot of that, certainly to start with. But we need to keep her out of danger, because if she's frail, I assume if she gets kind of bitten once, we're kind of fucked. But we're just getting the roof over now. And not a bad start, not the worst start anyway. Okay, so you're just collecting more wood. Fucking hell, it's not even that hard. You're just making, there we go, little wooden wall. Yeah, not the best, but not the worst. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is actually just expand these two areas. So the stockpile zone can go kind of up to here, and then the dumping zone can just go a bit further down there as well. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put some supports down for our roof. They are actually separate areas, but that's fine, it's not an issue, not at the moment anyway. We can change all that later on. So for this we're just going to use, just put that there, that there. I think that should probably be enough. In fact, we'll add 2 more. Okay, and then we're just going to add a roof area to this. We'll probably go maybe 1 over, just like that. And you can build up on that as well. But have we got any raspberry bushes? Yeah, I think we have. Okay, so we do need to start harvesting some food. But the first things first, what we're going to do is actually, in fact no, first things first, we are going to actually get some food together. And then we'll sort out the growing zone and everything like that as well. So let's just harvest just a few plants. And we're going to prioritize that if we can. Okay, as it's probably going to take her about 4 years to make 2 supports. She's done 1, so well done to Lolita. And she's now eating some raspberries as well. Okay, she's building the roof with 1 support. Pretty good, pretty clever. Okay, but hopefully we will get another colonist in this episode as well. That'd be pretty nice. Someone with preferably different skills, but obviously it is RNG. It's kind of picked at random. So let's see what happens. Okay, and now we just need the final 2 supports. And yeah, we're not looking too bad. Not looking too bad. Probably watching this, any experts on the game or anyone who's not as shit as me, I'm just being like, what the fuck is this tit doing? So what do we got there? Some granite chunk. Okay, and she's just getting a rest. So what we're going to do is just do some restrictions for now, as in the early game we're going to need a lot of work getting done. We'll add maybe 2 joy hours into there. And we're going to set up the growing zone as well. So let's just get that going. Probably down in this area for now. We just want a kind of skinny little area. And for that we're going to grow probably corn for now. And then we'll probably get some potatoes and such and the like on a different time scale. So we've got 2 cycles of kind of vegetation and growth going, and we can harvest at different times, and ideally that'll keep us going through the tough winter months if we do actually make it that far. Okay, so let's fast forward again because this is just taking the piss. Right, how many berries we got there? 12. Alright, let's have a look at the work just quickly. Firefight we need down to 1. All that, not really an issue. Okay, warden, handle, not really interested in handling at the moment. Hunting, construction, grow. Right, we don't really need grow or mining at the moment, so we're not going to assign to mine. Smith again, we will need in a sec. Tailoring, don't really need. Art, I'm going to take away from that. Craft, hall, yeah, that's all fine. I mean, the kind of middle of the road we will change once we get 2 colonists, and as I said, if they have varying skill sets, then that's fine. So what we're going to do is just set up a bill to craft a short bow once. In fact, we could do this twice and just see if one comes out slightly better than the other. This is quite time consuming doing so, but the idea is if we get another colonist in and we have to save them from a raid, or maybe we get a raid first. In fact, let's just head over and prioritize that crafting before we get the growth. Because we do need some kind of weaponized protection. I mean, she is better at shooting than melee, so there'd be no point in really making a club at the moment. Because she's pretty docile anyway. She's basically like just an old grey seal bitch, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, the whole geriatric things, it's doing well for us. Did that craft fail? Oh, how are we? Work left. Please don't fail. Oh yeah, we know we've got a shoddy one. Right, okay. I don't know what's better, shoddy or poor, but both shit, regardless. Let's just have a look. Okay. We've got another structure up there. We could do with maybe building a little prison bedroom as well. Okay, right, what do we get there? Awful, right, okay, so I assume shoddy is better than awful, because... there we go. Alright, okay, so she's going to get back to just chopping the trees around here and doing her crafting. We could do a bit of hunting, but not really, you know, any need in doing that at the moment. So we're going to get a campfire lit, or not maybe lit, but we're going to go constructed. And we're also going to add a stall next to that as well. Again, for comfort, just for when we do our cooking. And we're going to add a bill to cook simple meal. I'm going to do that forever. So as soon as we get any food into our stockpile or whatnot, whoever's the assigned cook will then cook the meals and put them into storage for the colony, however members that may be. Okay, very nice. Unfortunately, we haven't got that much food at the moment because she's decided not to actually harvest the berries, which we will get her to do now. Obviously, I could change the work assignments and to make her do this naturally the way I want to, but just need to get a lot of stuff done, kind of quick fire. So she's now cooking a simple meal, I believe. She fucking should be. No, I don't think she is. Yeah, cooking, there we go. So let's get her to get them berries. She should throw them inside of one of these as well. Down here, this one I think is more for our chunks, and this one here is all our useful items. And she's now getting some bed rest again, which is fine. No problem at all. Again, pretty slow the start of the game, as it is with any kind of Rimworld session, depending on what you use. But this one especially, as we've got one person, there's only a limited amount we can do, especially when she is like 62 and falling apart. So that's fine. So we need defences, but that's not much of an issue now. Let's get her to just refuel the campfire quickly. We want to keep that going, and she's just going to eat a simple meal, and she's gotten food poisoning, which is a bit of a shame. Okay, why? Right, let's haul them berries. So we actually do need to just quickly get her on. I'm going to prioritize hauling over a lot of stuff. I want to organize and see what I've got, even though it is very little at the moment. I still just want to know what we've got, and just cleans the place up slightly as well. Okay, so we've got a decent amount of wood, a bit of berries, and let's just get her to get the rest of them, and then she can get the other raspberry bush as well. In fact, there's probably no point in harvesting that raspberry bush yet. We can just let it grow naturally. There are a lot of them around, which is fine. So that's slate. There should be some steel around here. Yeah, compacted steel. There's a lot around there as well. That's fine. And we're cooking up some more food. So I just want a bit of a stock of food, just in case we get distracted doing something else, which is extremely common. And especially if we do have another mouth to feed. What is that? That's a cougar. We may need to stay away from that. We should be okay. Doesn't seem to be attacking us at the moment. So no real problem. We're just throwing up on our new plants, you know. We obviously had the wrong berries, but well, that's fine. Either that or she's just... Is she an incredibly bad cook? Maybe that was it. Okay, we've got a visitor, so let's just jump. So, this is one of the visitors from one of our neighbouring colonies. But again, not really anything to trade, and we certainly haven't got any currency to actually buy at the moment, buy anything. So, it's a bit of a no-go. Could sell some simple meals, but that's generally the polar opposite of what I want to do. Okay. May do some hunting in the morning as well. She's just going back to sleep. Obviously, she needs fucking so much sleep. She's not even paying this visitor any attention whatsoever. And we've got an 11% grown corn plant. So that's alright. That is alright. As I say, guys, we'll start very slowly, but we're going to actually add, I think, let's expand the roof area. Just in case anything does end up down here. I don't want it deteriorating. The roof does stop it doing that, so that's fine. Okay, the visitors are now leaving. Not an issue. Okay, and let's just join that there. I just want a roofed over area. Obviously, I don't want to roof over any of the growing zones because that'd be really fucking stupid. No sunlight and all that. Okay, we've got a mad animal. Right, so we've got a mad squirrel. Oh, the fear of the mad squirrel. Where the fuck is my house? Right, there it is. Okay, so let's just draft Lolita so she can maybe sit behind these trees. And she's shooting at it straight away. She should probably just attack it. There we go. She did do. Okay, that's fine. So if we had a butcher table, which is actually what we're going to build now, we could cut up that corpse. Let's actually just undraft her, and she can get back to what she needs to do. So let's head over to production. And if we get a butcher table, that basically will cook up all the meats. She just slept. Okay, weird. That'll cut up all the meats and allow us to actually cook them and use them, render them into meals. Forgotten how to speak there and completely forgot what I was talking about. Okay. We I think should be getting our second colonist soon. Definitely want to do that before the end of the episode, so is that spoiling? 2 days. We can get a refrigerator going later on as well. That's no real issue. Okay, surgeon is fully healed, so she should be an incredibly good doctor. Let's just take a look. Medicine 6, not really that good. I mean, let's just take a look at the work. Doctor 6, again, she will be our designated doctor because once we do build up the colony, we are going to have to generally keep her out of danger. Simply because she's kind of going to be just fucked up a lot, really. Let's refuel the campfire, and then we're actually going to harvest. In fact, no, let's go over and we'll draft. And we're going to get it to go right next to it. I don't know if there's a minimum distance, actually. Let's get it to go there. And just fire at that turkey until it dies. We want Christmas dinner. Or Thanksgiving, or whatever you want to. Whenever you guys eat turkey, that's fine. There we go. Right, so it's now in shock. So we could rescue the turkey. Not really interested in rescuing animals at the moment. So we're just going to punch it to death. And we're also going to just unforbid it. And we can also... No, that's not forbidden. That's fine. So we're going to undraft and... Drop short bow, consume turkey. No, she's already hauling it, that's fine. So we now need to set up a bill on the wooden butcher table as well. Butcher creature, so we can do that forever as well. Again, same situation as the simple meals with the fire. And we can now prioritize that. So we are going to have some meat with our berries now, which is good. Okay, just going to butcher that up as well. We've also got some turkey leather, which is good. Good use for tailoring later on. So I believe if we go and get some more berries, we can actually make a decent complex meal without using all the meat straight away. So the berries are kind of going to fill it out. Kind of like turkey and cranberry, you know, Christmas. And we're going to get it to clean up the blood as well. So clean up that turkey blood. Don't want to shit myself dry yet again. So we're going to get it to prioritize cooking. And again, we're going to get some more meals going. Extremely slow, extremely laid back. Excuse me. But, you know, should be decent. Again, how much turkey meat did we get? 14? Not bad. Spoils within a day. I think the simple meals, as soon as you do cook it up, it actually lasts a tiny bit longer. I suppose this cougar hasn't got involved with these caribou yet. I thought they were ibex doe, but they're not. Yeah, not got involved with me or... anything. It is getting closer. Okay, so we've got a wanderer, or first just wanderer. Sometimes it comes for a raid or whatnot. And it is Jess. So let's just take a look at Jess. Oh no, we're going to have to name our ship first. Okay, what should our faction be called? Like Trader's Crag sounds pretty shit. I call it Old Foundland. Not as kind of comedic in inverted commas as the last one, which was called Yorgash. You know, comedy for just ages, but it just got fucking annoying after a while saying it. Just thinks your faction, so we'll just call ourselves Landers, I suppose. Maybe not. Oh shit! I didn't mean to do that. I meant to delete. Now it looks like it's like LA Anders. That's fine. That's fine for now. I'm sure we can change that later on. Maybe not. So let's have a look at Jess and the gear that Jess is carrying. So Awful Steel Club, 3 fine meals. Okay, not bad at all. And let's take a look. Shooting, very good. Melee, very good. Cooking, very good. Growing, very good. Not a bad character. I mean, scary. Incapable of animals, autistic, and firefighting. But not really bad. They're not bad negative traits to have when we've got someone who's generally the polar opposite. So we're going to get Lolita to actually drop her bow. So if we just go into gear, just drop your bow. And Jess is cleaning up some fucking spew, which is fine. So is that the shoddy one? Yeah. So we're going to get Jess to equip that. Now our primary archer and defense attack person, you know, the usual. And Jess is going to be in charge of cooking as well. So we're going to get Jess as number 1 and just bump it to 4 for Lolita. You know, not a really bad thing. We're going to get Jess to actually drop these fine meals as well. Just going to haul them up. I think they actually encourage happiness and general mood and all that good stuff. But the next thing we're going to have to do is get a bed up and running for Jess as well. It is going to be a shared bedroom at the moment until I can generally construct something slightly better. Jess has now taken over the cooking. Oh no. Right, so in fact, who's better at crafting? Crafting 2. Oh shit. Crafting 7. Okay, so Jess. Alright, let's get Lolita to do that, and we need to assign Jess into construction. In fact, let's change these work ideals at the moment. So Jess 1, 4, grow probably 1 as well. I mean, not bad really. Mine probably 4 on both of them. Plant cut, haul, yeah, that's all fine at the moment. Let's just get that going. So hopefully she should be able to craft. In fact, is Jess a man? Jess is a man. Okay, so it's like Jessie, you know, Breaking Bad Jessie. I thought it was just Jess, a female. So shoddy and awful. Right, okay, so we may deconstruct that and recraft at a later date. But we're doing okay. I'm doing okay. We've got our little bedroom going. We've got a okay amount of food. Obviously, I think have they hammered the fine meals, or has someone pinched them? Yeah, you need to drop that shit. And you need to drop that shit as well. We might have to set up a policy. Maybe, I don't know if you can. If anyone knows, can you set up a policy about meals? I really don't know. But I'm going to call it an episode there, guys. As I said, pretty slow start, but we will be getting attacked and general stuff like that very soon. We are going to have to up our hunting game, which shouldn't be a problem with the amount of fucking caribou outside the base. But we've done alright. Meals, shitty weapons, shitty beds, an okay house. Yeah, beauty's not bad. It's slightly dirty, but it's alright. Slightly impressive, average size, and neutral beauty as well. So we will have to get a split bedroom, and we're also in the next episode going to build a quick little prison and maybe a quick medical bay as well before we start having to do some more of the serious stuff. But as always, guys, let me know what you think down below in the comments, and I will see you soon.